Hi, I'm Katy from My Daily Delish, and today I'm at the Woodstone Test Kitchen over here with Chef Tina. We're gonna work on some orange rolls. She's gonna help me with my recipe. I'm so excited to be here. Hi, Chef Tina. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, hi, Katy.
I'm so excited to learn from you.
Welcome to the test kitchen.
Thank you. I've got some dough that I made, but I need you to help save it and rescue it and make the best orange rolls ever.
These are going to be amazing.
Okay.
The dough looks great. Katy's made some wonderful dough for us today. So we're just going to work on rolling it out and getting them baked in the Woodstone oven.
Perfect.
Always start with flour. And we'll just peel this dough down. Oh, that looks great, Katy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Pretty proud.
Yeah, nice job. Got to put a little flour on the top.
Okay.
And then really, we're just going to roll this out into a rectangle shape.
Okay. So I made this last night. I let it rise once, and then I put it in my fridge. And I pulled it out this morning. Is that kind of what you do usually?
Perfect,
Okay.
yes. And then you brought it up to room temperature, so it's easy to roll out, nice to work with. This looks wonderful. I see the bits of orange in there,
yes,
too.
I overdid it on the orange zest,
Now
but
I
that's
like
the only
it.
way.
I like it. That's great. Just like to move it around, make sure it's not going to stick to the board. Okay, now I hear you brought some filling to put in these rolls as well.
I did.
Great.
I've got cinnamon and sugar and butter, all the best things in the world.
Perfect.
And I think I put some orange zest in the filling as well.
Nice, nice. I love a good orange punch to my orange roll.
Me too.
All right.
Okay.
Should we add some filling?
Yes. All right. So do you usually go to the edges? How far out do you go? Yeah, girl.
I have a nice tool that you're going to love. My offset spatula is my favorite.
Do you need a little more over there, or are you good?
So, yeah, I would have a little more over here. Just kind of spread it around. So this looks like you've got a lot of sugar, some butter.
Yes, a lot.
Yes, a lot of sugar. You might want to put a little extra butter.
A little more butter.
A little tip for you.
Yeah. Okay.
It makes it nice and spreadable.
Uh-huh.
And then if you want a little more sugar, you can sprinkle.
Is this a little sugar dense?
Sprinkle.
Yeah, okay.
No, it'll be great. I'm just trying to make it easy on you, Katy.
I appreciate it.
Yes. I don't want you struggling in the morning.
That's right.
Putting on
I don't want to be fussing Christmas morning.
Yeah,
I just want it to work.
Exactly. All right.
Arm workout.
Get the cramp out.
All right, now we roll them up?
Yeah. So I always roll away from me.
Yep.
Okay, just gonna roll these up. Once you get it started, easy peasy, put the seam on the bottom.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, so I need a tip on cutting it, because my middle ones always look great, and then as I get further away, they just get super wonky. How do you cut yours?
So there's two things. The best way to keep it from getting the skinny ones on the end is making sure that you have an even depth when you're rolling.
Okay.
And you saw this was kind of stretched out.
Yeah,
it was going
so
to
you
be
just
skinny.
tuck it in.
Tucking it in.
Okay.
This one, I kind of like it when it has that spiral edge
on
to
the
it.
edge.
That doesn't bother me at all.
Okay.
And then number two, serrated knife.
Okay.
Yeah. So serrated just makes it really easy. You want to hold right next to where you're, and I don't know how thick you like yours.
I usually do about an inch thick.
Yeah, that's about what I've got
Yeah.
there. So see a beautiful spiral
Yes.
there. All right, do you want to give it a try, Katy?
I do. All right.
There you are.
Thank you. How are those looking?
Those are beautiful. You're doing it like a pastry chef, nice and even.
Yes. That's what I like to hear. Should we just leave that big guy?
I like to leave the ends like that.
Okay.
I like having, it's up to you, but I like having a couple in there that have this little,
Yeah, that's cute.
just a little character.
All right.
So now we're ready to load them in our pan.
Okay. It looks like we've got a grease pan here, half sheet pan, and let's just tuck them in.
Yes. gonna put my tall ones in the middle.
Okay, I'll put mine there too.
See,
Okay.
rearrange here. There we go.
All right, so these look great. So the next step would be what, Tina?
We're going to cover them with a little saran wrap, and we're going to stick them in a warm place to poof up and rise a little
Okay.
bit more before we bake.
And get them nice and cozy. All
Yeah.
right, perfect. So our rolls are proof. They're looking a lot puffier than when we started.
Those look great.
All right, so let's get them in the oven.
All right, so we're going to set the oven to between 350 and 380 for baking. And because the heat on the bottom of this oven holds on to or the floor of the oven holds on to so much heat,
Yeah.
I like to put a rack in there, which is going to raise it up a little off the bottom.
Okay.
And going to allow for some airflow.
Perfect. I think these look ready. These have been in here for a while. They're nice and brown on top.
They look great. Oh my.
Oh my, what have we done?
Yes. Well,
Might have to address the elephants in the room.
yes, I think the sort of pointy rolls that I enjoy putting in the pan might have
Didn't
been
really pan out, did it?
no. Might have been placed a little unfortunately in the pan.
We'll have to just eat those too.
Those will be great.
Okay, these look so amazing. They browned up so nicely, and you can see like the caramelized sugar on top from the Woodstone oven. The color is really beautiful. So my 3-year-old helped me make the glaze. So it's just fresh orange juice, confectioner's sugar, and some vanilla. Do you want to pour it over?
Yeah.
Mountains.
Well, let's get one of these out and see how they taste.
Well, it looks pretty.
Does. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, really
They're
good. Yep. It's orangey.
I'll go back for more.
Okay. That's a good sign. So we're also gonna make a breakfast strata. I love to make these because I've got 3 little kids at home, and so this just takes all the fuss out on Christmas morning or Thanksgiving morning. I've done it all the night before, and then I just put it in the oven and bake it in the morning, and my house smells amazing. And today we're gonna use the Woodstone ovens, which is gonna be pretty exciting.
So I thought it was pretty funny that I do the exact same thing on
What do you
Christmas
know?
morning. We have the same tradition. But what have you brought for us today to put in your strata?
So there's obviously a million different ways that you can make it. I love ham, sausage, bacon, all vegetables, but today we're gonna use my favorite, which is a diced ham and fontina. We've got some bell pepper, garlic, onion, some spinach that will get nice and wilted in there. We've got this beautiful Fontina cheese that actually is just made right up the road from where I live in Ferndale. This is from Ferndale Farmstead. It's their aged Fontina, and it's gonna be totally perfect and creamy in this strata. So we always start cubing up our bread. This is sourdough. We can also use Italian or French. I always use sourdough. I don't know what you use.
I use sourdough, sometimes a multi-grain sourdough.
Oh, nice. I like that
Yeah.
the sourdough holds up a little bit more and you get more of a bite and a chew to it when you bake it in the morning. So we've got our eggs, we've got our half and half, we've got some Dijon. So let's start cubing this up. So what size are we cutting? Like 1-inch cubes? That's what I usually do.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Okay.
Depends on the loaf of bread. I'm going a little smaller than one there, I guess. So we've got our bread cut here, Katie.
Okay. So the one tip you already taught me this morning is that you compile yours different than mine, but I'm going to adopt your way of doing this.
Yes.
You put it all in a giant mixing bowl
I do.
and do more of a bread pudding type of idea.
Yeah, I make the custard separately.
Okay.
And then I toss the bread in here. After we saute our veg, I'll
Yep.
toss that all in with the dry
Mix it
bread
all in.
cubes. Yep, and then just pour that custard over the top.
Okay.
So I've got a pan that we've been preheating in the Woodstone.
Okay.
Gonna add a little olive oil. And then if you want to go ahead and just put those onions in.
Yep.
Careful not to splash yourself.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. And put that back in to get some saute action.
All right.
I put it right up against the flame when I'm trying to get something sauteed and softened like that. Get a little color on them. All right, I think we're ready to add in our peppers. We've got a little bit of color started on the onions.
Okay.
Gonna add the peppers.
This is like half a bell pepper.
Perfect.
Okay.
And I'm gonna add a little salt and pepper right now, just to get that seasoning going. All right.
Ooh, those look good. All right, we've got a lot of garlic because garlic makes everything better. A little touch of red pepper heat or red pepper flake. This won't make it too spicy, but it'll just kind of lift the flavors of everything. Get that back in?
Yes, back in. So right now we've got the peppers, onions, and garlic right up next to the flame. One of the things I really love about the wood stone oven is how it caramelizes and brings out the flavor in vegetables. So these should be ready shortly.
So while the vegetables are finishing off, let's make the custard. We've got 8 eggs. How much half and half do we have?
We ended up with about 2 cups of half and half.
Perfect.
Now, should we pour in the cream?
I think we should.
Do you want to whisk or pour?
I want to whisk.
You want to whisk. Awesome.
All good things start with cream and butter.
I agree. Okay, got a little Dijon here, which is really nice. It's going to add a nice flavor to it.
Yes.
Just going to plop that in.
Perfect. Want to add a little S&P?
I would love to. How much do you normally put into this
I mean,
dish?
I never measure, but I'm going to say somewhere around a teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of pepper.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
You know?
We just think so alike.
I
Katy.
love it. Ooh, this looks good. And
All
this
right.
smells good.
I think we're about there on the veggies
Okay.
by the smell.
Oh, yeah.
Those are looking good. So what I like to do is pour them
Okay.
right on top of the bread.
Okay.
Now these are hot, of
Yep.
course. Usually I let them cool a little bit before we do that next step.
Oh my
but-
gosh, it smells so good. Really does smell
You
so
want
good.
to put in the ham?
Yep. All right, so now we'll add in our thickly diced cubed ham over here. Can I drop in the spinach?
Yeah, go for
Okay.
it.
And I'm going to add most of the cheese in. I'm going to save a little bit for topping.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. It smells so yummy.
Oh, that
There we go.
Fontina is amazing. Okay, I don't know about you. I like
Best
to
tools.
get in there.
It's the only way.
So you're just kind of lifting and fluffing. Now this is hot, people, so do cool this off. But it's a good way to get that mixed in there before we add our custard.
Okay.
I'm taking the hit for
Are
you
you
on
dying?
this one.
I know. The professional can handle this part.
Yes. There we are. You want to put the custard on?
I would love to. Thank you. So like we mentioned earlier, you're taking kind of a bread pudding approach, which I think is a much better way than I've always made it, because this ensures that everything is really well coated and the bread's
Yep.
going to get to that perfect chew softness.
Yes. Nothing sadder than getting a bit of bread with
Yes,
no custard
with
on it.
no custard, none of the good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that looks great. I love the color you chose in there.
Well, it's nice and festive, you know?
Nice and festive. I know, it's beautiful.
All right, and you've got a
We've
dish
got a
for
pan
us?
ready to go.
You want to do the honors?
Yes. Yeah, and I do exactly what you're doing, kind of get it a little evened out on the top, make sure everything's down in that custard.
Covered.
Looks good.
Okay.
Little of that great Fontina on the top. That looks beautiful.
It does.
Yeah.
It
so
smells good
you
too.
were telling me that you keep it overnight.
Yep, always. I keep it overnight.
Yep.
And then in the morning I take it out and I usually pop it in the oven at 375 covered for 20 or 25 minutes, and then I take off the foil
Get
and
that
bake
brown
it.
on the
Get the little
top.
crust on top,
Yeah.
the nice bite.
Yeah, sounds great. Well, let's cover it up.
All right.
we go.
Perfect. All right, so we've got this strata out of the fridge. We're gonna put it in the oven. You said we could get this around 350, 380.
Yep.
How many minutes?
We'll check this after about 25 minutes and take the foil off to get
Yep.
the brown on the top.
Perfect. And you've got the rack in there already.
Ready to go.
All right.
Time to check the strata, Katie.
All right.
Be careful pulling this foil off so you don't get steam on you.
Ooh, that looks good. Yeah, so let's just
Beautiful.
bake it with the top off for a little bit, get some color, but the custard looks like it's set.
Yeah, perfect.
This is looking so good.
Yeah, let's pull it out.
Oh, look at that crispy cheese on top.
Beautiful.
It looks good.
Yeah,
It smells really good.
I would eat this for holiday breakfast, wouldn't you?
I would also eat it for lunch right now.
I love the wood stone oven. Really gets this caramelization on top of the strata. The browning that you get is just so different. It's a little more intense, and it just really makes things pop.
Yeah, it looks so good. It smells unbelievable. All right, I'm gonna plate some for us. That looks delicious. So colorful and vibrant. Tina, thank you so much for having me. This was really super fun. These orange rolls look so good with that caramelized sugar on top and all that butter, and then your bread pudding idea worked so beautifully with this strata. So thank you so much again.
Of course.
Kind of what you did. Is it cooked?
No. Good though.
Go flavor it.